lab work too. There's a lab work too on social media analytics, so we'll do that too on Wednesday. So yeah, sometimes we might have to break the classes. You have to bear with us if you really want us to be able to cover a good sum of the class. So let me just start to not waste too much time because I'm going to be out of here soon, very soon. Sorry, putting you out this early was not my intention. It's just that it had to happen, and I apologize for that. Some people are not here. Thank God it's being recorded, so they could be able to get the recording from Emmanuel. Okay, so let me just start and stop all my talk. I like talking, but sometimes I get tired. My mouth starts paining me, but then that doesn't mean I still hate talking. Okay, social media analytics and text mining. Let me open this slide and share my screen. I'll be out of here soon. I'm not even going to take your time at all, so don't worry. For those of you that are like, she pulled us out early. The good thing about it is I'm releasing you early too, very early actually.
I will record that part.
Oh, you? I'm actually serious because I have something to do. Okay, yeah, okay. There's no problem. You can record it, but then you see, you'll be surprised. You'll be very surprised. So, we're not going to spend up to 2 hours. That's just the summary. We'll have to leave here soon. I'm trying to get the slide up. 9 o'clock too was kind of clumsy for me, but then we have to do it. If you are somebody that likes sleeping late, doing stuff, you understand why 9 o'clock can be very somehow for you. It just feels great to wake up by 8 and then know that you're starting work by 9, but then having to come to a lecture by 9, it's sometimes just, well, for those that sleep late, though, not for those people that sleep by 8 p.m. So this is for some specific set of people. I'm looking for this slide. Okay, I think I found it. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so let me share my screen now. Emmanuel. Hello, Emmanuel. Emmanuel. Is he not there? Emmanuel is up, but is here, but he's not here. Okay, that's fine. Okay, here. So let me know you can see my screen. Emmanuel is not there. Okay. I wanted to ask him something. But you guys, did they give you like a date you're going to complete your training? Were you given a date? Were you given like, okay, your training is going to be from this date to this date. This is the end of your training. Was anything like that told to you?
I think they said the training should be 3 months.
3 months. How many months have we spent now?
It's like a month and a half.
A month and a half.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds good. So a month and a half on one textbook, a month and a half on the next textbook. Okay. I think that sounds good. Huh?
Have 3 months to complete the course, complete the textbook, and write the exam. So everything.
Okay, to complete and write the exam. Oh, I understand now. So it's not that a month and a half for, or it's not 3 months for the training. It's 3 months for everything.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. We would cover it. I would divide it into say 1 month, like the next textbook. So I'm going to find a way to split it properly and organize the topics well that we're going to be able to cover. But then you are going to be having to do a lot of checking up on your own and assignments. That means we cannot do every single thing in class. That's one thing about classes. You can't get everything from the class. So what I'm going to do is there will be assignments that you got. I might not ask you for your assignment, though. It's it's your exam. I might not ask you, right? Because I need to cover some things in the next class. But then it's for your own good. So I'm going to find a way to split the topics into 1 month so that I don't finish on the dot of 3 months or even 3 weeks. Find a way to make sure that we'll cover the next textbook in a fast period of time, like fast track the next textbook, so that you'll be able to have time to learn other stuff on your own. So thank you for telling me that. I had no idea. Okay, I was just assigned to train. I had no idea. They did not tell me that. They just told me that okay, these are the topics that we're going to be covering. But it's fine. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So social media analytics and text mining is what we're going to be doing today, and we all know what social media is. Like I don't have to explain social media to us. Everybody is on one social media platform or the other. You can't tell me that you don't use WhatsApp because that's where Emmanuel told you that the class was holding by 9, and then other platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. There's some other weird ones that was in this textbook that I don't know, and then I have to be checking them up very well, Telegram and so on and so forth. So all of these are social media platforms, and then social network is a collection of people bound together by a set of social relations. So if some set of people are bound together by say company, maybe company wise, their colleagues, or friends of friends of friends, or family, on social media, you're following your friends on social media, you're chatting about one business, that's like a business those are like business colleagues or business partners, and so on and so forth. In a way or the other, you're relating to one another, and that's a social relation because you are doing it on a social media platform. So all of this is social networking. And nowadays you see that if you are a company and you want to stay ahead in this fiercely competitive market, okay, you cannot do without social media. You just have to be on social media. You see everybody say, I have to boost my sales on Facebook, or you hear them saying, my activity on social media is too low. I need to relate to my customers more and things like that, because social media is what revolves around is what revolves the world around now. Every company wants to have a good social media presence so that they can derive insights from their customers, know customers' preferences, know what customers want, and so on and so forth. So, as a professional, everybody that is a professional or is a startup, as a startup or a business practitioner, or is in one field or the other. For example, now I'm sure you guys, when you're done with your DASCA certification, you are going to probably put it on social media so that everybody knows that you are now DASCA certified, right? Social media is the first place that will come to your mind. Why not just keep it to yourself? Why put it on social media? It shows that social media plays a very, very important role in everyone's lives today. So that's that about social media. So I've explained the importance of social media. So social media offers a collaborative environment that can be used for building relationships, distributing content about your maybe your product or a service that you offer, or an achievement you just gained, or a badge you just had, or a certification you just got, or a course you just learned, and so on and so forth. Rating products and services, you can rate your products and services. You can say, I don't like this product, how about to try this one, and stuff like that. Engaging target audience, you want to sell a set of products to a set of people. You can engage your target audience. You can say, okay, I'm selling to age band 10 to 15. And then a social media expert will help you get people in age band 10 to 15 within Lagos, within Songwater area, and so on and so forth. So you can engage your target audience and see their, make them know that you sell this product. And from there, you'll be able to attract customers better, because engaging the whole world on social media wouldn't work for you anymore. You can engage your target audience on social media. This helps you to direct your advertisements and all to the exact people that need it. Maybe not 100% exact people, but you have a high level of accuracy on social media. You can use social media as a platform to do that, to engage your target audience. Some major functions performed by social media are receiving feedback. You can receive feedback from customers. You can see a customer saying, your product gives me skin irritation. I don't like your product, or something. From there, you could try to find out why the customer gets skin irritation from your product. Are other people saying the same thing? Is there something I have to do about it? Or is it just the person's skin that is not good, and stuff like that? So that could be a platform. It could be a platform for receiving feedback. And then I'm talking very fast, but then if you don't understand what I'm saying, let me know. Okay. Then promoting dialogue between customers, potential customers, and organizations. I'm sure that's very clear. So it promotes dialogue, relationships, and discussions between customers. So that's about social media. So the functions are typically performed through participation, conversation, sharing, and publishing of content, like I just explained. Some of the services offered by social media include social blogs, videos, internet forums, microblogging. Microblogging are sites where you just sites like, okay, microblogging are sites like Twitter. So Twitter is a social media site, right? You don't basically chat on Twitter, you write about stuff. So you could think about Twitter could be a platform for microblogging in such a way that you could have a new product you just discovered about and go to Twitter and say, guys, can you believe I just discovered this phone? This phone actually has this and this and this and that and that, and then it's very good. I will recommend one. That is microblogging. You are blogging about something, but then it's not majorly blogging like when you go to WordPress to like develop a blogging site and all. It is you are talking about a product, but then you are doing it on Twitter, and then you don't have so much space or so much space to put like a lot of letters or a lot of words on. You're just talking about something very shortly. So it's blogging, but it's microblogging. We also have social media sites like YouTube and Facebook Messenger. We also have media sharing sites like YouTube, social media sites where you communicate and chat like Facebook Messenger, like WhatsApp, like Telegram, and then you have bookmarking sites, you have forums, and so on and so forth. So these are different types of services provided by social media. I'm sure these things are clear, but then I'll still talk about them. But anyway, you have issues, I might not stop talking, okay? So if you have something to say, just cut me. Just cut me. I might just keep talking because I'm trying to explain a lot of things in a short time. If you don't understand, cut me. If you need to ask a question, cut me. Please, I might not ask, do you have any question? I might just keep talking. And if you can't hear me, cut me. Just cut me. Just let me know. So common social. Okay. Yes. Yes.
This is Manuel.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to?
Oh, what I wanted to ask you, you were not here to answer me, so don't worry. Bye bye.
So that's what you always say. I'm not
Yes,
ready.
now. Okay,
Only,
so I wanted to ask what the length of time for this class should be. So when am I supposed to end training with this graduate training class? When am I supposed to end training? When is my deadline?
it's 2 hours class. It's 2 hours class. So
No, not 2 hours. Emmanuel,
okay,
I
okay.
mean date and month.
Talk about that.
Like
Talk about that
graduate
later.
training from my side. What day am I supposed to end it? What do you say?
Talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later. Okay, that's fine. All right, no, wala. That's all I wanted to ask you, and then you were not here. So bye bye. Please, back to the people that have been listening to me since. Not like Emmanuel, that will go and I'm calling him and I will not find him. Common social media interaction methods. Video sharing, microblogging, social networking, discussion. I've talked about all of this, so let's not dwell too much on this. Types of and sources of social media. I already talked about this even before coming to this slide. So let's move on. Popular sources. We have Twitter, Tumblr, Foursquare. We don't use all of these. WordPress for blogging, Discourse for managing. I'm sure some of you might know this for managing and moderating third-party comments. We have GetGlue, StockTwist. StockTwist for investment and trade. I know this. I don't know so much about GetGlue. It said for those interested in sports, I feel like guys would know this. Sports, television, and movies, and then PP Estimize for analysis of buyers. So many social media sources that we have, and then you can always check them. Social media analytics, metrics, and measurement. I'm trying to follow the textbook. Okay. All right. So social media analytics, metrics, and measurement. Social media analytics can help only after first determining proper metrics. So if you want to do social media analytics, okay, you have to be able to understand metrics. So your goal for analyzing social media or analyzing your comments on your company or on your startup on social media is to be able to bring profitability, to achieve business profitability using social media, right? So if you misplace priorities and then um analyze your social media data. For those of us that didn't know about this class or just saw it, people like me that sleep late and then just saw the message now as they woke up. Sorry. I really apologize. I'm very sorry for bringing our time forward a little bit. So apologies. I'm sure some of us probably just heard. That's why some of us are just joining, or some of us were not prepared for 9 o'clock. Okay. So you have to be able to, you cannot misplace priority. Okay, the first thing you have to do is to understand the business goals and metrics. What are the things that are of importance to the company as a whole? What do they want to achieve? After knowing all of this, then you can now say, okay, it's time to analyze social media based on what the goals and the metrics of this company is. So that is the thing. You have to be able to mix rightly your business goals and social media analytics to be able to achieve your desired results, which is profitability and probably increased revenue and all. So and then some key performance indicators for business are brand awareness. So why do you what are the performance indicators that some business will want to see or that some business will want to achieve? They might want their brand to become more aware of. They want customers to know more about their brand. They want their brand to become popular, to become the brand that tops the market and all of that. Customer acquisition rates, conversation reach. Who are the people they are reaching? Are they acquiring customers that are actually bringing profit to the organization? Campaign effectiveness. How effective is our campaign? Do we need to do more? Interaction and engagement. How much are we interacting with people? Are they liking it? Is it okay? Campaign virality. How viral is our campaign going? Brand sentiment. What are people saying about our brand? Do they hate it? Do they like the logo colors? Do they like what we do? Are they interested in what we do? And community growth. How largely are we growing within our community? So these are some of the things that businesses want to see. So social media analytics tools, they provide an opportunity for you to track the impact of social media activities on the overall performance of your business. So normally, you know that an analytic tool is any tool that whether it's online or offline, it could be paid, it could be not paid. But then what does an analytic tool do for you? Rather, what does an analytic tool do for you? It helps you to analyze the behavioral pattern of website visitors. Okay, so analytical tool helps you analyze the behavioral pattern of website visitors. People that are coming to the website, what are they how often do they come? How do they bring sales? When do they bring sales? What time do they like shopping the most, and all of that? So that is what analytical tool for social media helps you to do. And some of these things are Google Analytics. Another thing that Google Analytics even shows you is, for example, your website has pages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Say home, about me, about us, something like that. Then contact page, and then buy maybe sales page. Okay, yeah, let me put it like that, sales. So that's where your products are displayed. Okay, so a customer comes into the home page, and then from the home page the customer goes back. That's called bounce rate. So you want to know whether the customer bounces after the first page, he or she opens, or the customer bounces after the third page. Now customers that bounce from the first page, you just know that they do not like your company. They are not interested at all because they've not even seen what you do. Customers that bounce from the second page, we could check them up to see that is there something they didn't like about the second page? The second page unattractive because they moved from first to second page. So why did they go off at the second page? Is there something I need to change about my second page? Should I just put my product on the second page so that they see the product immediately or something? Customers that get to the third page have a high potential of going forward. And customers that actually get to the fourth page, cool. Customers that click on something on the first page, now these are the people that you have to run after. So when they click and say they did not buy, then you run after them. So you know that these people have a high potential of becoming long-lasting customers in my company. So those are the kind of people that you run after with all your might and strength. So that's something social media analytics help you to do, or website analytics help you to do. So we have Google Analytics, we have SumAll. I think I know SumAll, Scythe. I'm not too aware of Scythe, but these are some of the analytical tools, popular analytical tools that are used. Google Analytics and SumAll are very common ones that are used. So that's about social media analytics. So social technology and business decisions. I just want to be sure I'm following the textbook. Okay, so I think I've talked about how you can, how you should have the right mix of your social media analytics and your business goals. You have to understand the business metrics of the company before you do social media analytics. So I've explained that. And then another thing you have to understand about social technology is your campaigns have to be crisp, like short, straight to the point, timely, engaging, and innovative. By the time you start telling the story of your life on social media, how you people came into limelight, how you became a big business, why they should patronize you, how they should patronize you, all of that would bounce people away. They do not want to hear story. They want to hear what do you have to offer. So let it be crisp, let it be timely, put it down at the right time. Is that time of the year when you think people will need your products the most? Then talk about those products that are for, say, the cold season. You sell clothes, you should advertise cardigans and then thick sweaters and cold socks for cold, and then head warmers during cold seasons. Advertising cardigans during very hot seasons, you are pissing people off because they are not going to buy it, and then they'll be angry because they are looking for nice clothes to buy, nice summer clothes to buy, clothes that will not be so thick, and then you are bringing cardigans to advertise to me that I need clothes that will not give me sweat. So timely, you should know the right time to put some things down. You don't put down giveaways, for example, on a Monday morning. You could put something about achieving your business goals for the week on a Monday morning, and then probably somewhere towards the weekend you can put something about sorry, I'm not a social media expert. I'm just explaining what social media, how engaging your online campaign should be. So maybe well, I could fit in, but then I'm not. So maybe during the weekend you can now put something like giveaways or something, or games that people would win from and stuff like that. So you should engage. They should be engaging, innovative. You don't post the same thing all the time. So with all of this in mind, so you're wondering why I'm explaining all of this, okay? Because you are a business and you are a data analyst or a data scientist, and then I'm explaining why your social media should be like this. Now, if you are a social media analyst, and then the company you're working for posts stuff at the wrong time, they don't post stuff when they are supposed to post it, how are you supposed to be able to get a good report based on their social media? So you have to be able to have a good knowledge of these things, so that when you are discussing with the business person, they understand what you are analyzing, they understand the risks behind not having a good social media a good social media presence, and they understand that when you bring a result and the result doesn't look like what they think it is, then they know that it is their fault. So you have to be able to a great extent, have a good understanding of the business aspect and the social media campaigning aspect to be able to analyze properly. It's like a data scientist that doesn't know what a business organization wants, and the data scientist for the business organization. That doesn't make any sense. So that is something about social media analyst has to know about social media and social networking. So that's just basically it. Applications of social media are wide and varied in the corporate world. The idea behind using the social media platform is to establish the brand value of the organization. So you are establishing the brand value of the organization, right? And then what can social media help with? Awareness, like I explained before, getting feedback, providing a unique experience to your customers. So you know what your customers want, and then you give them exactly what they want. That's providing a unique experience to your customers. That way, you can lead the market. So all of these things you have to explain as the analyst um, to your business people or to the people you are working with, so that they understand that they need to get either a social media expert to be able to tell them what to post and when to post it, or you give them analytics based on data you have, and then if it's not something that will help them in their decision making, then you failed as a data analyst. So you have to be able to communicate this with the business people before just jumping into analytics. So which of these helps you? The perfect place to go with friends. Get Glue. So you can check up Get Glue if you like going out well. I'm sure some of you might like going out well. Like Hubert. Now Hubert sounds like someone that would like going out, like going everywhere. So you can check up. Look at the spelling well. Is Hubert there? Let me see if Hubert is there. He does not want to answer me. Or Adetoro. It's either Hubert or Adetoro would like that. Hubert is not here. Adetoro too is not here. Why am I calling people? Ah, Hubert is here now. Hubert. Hubert, are you there?
Hubert is not there for now.
Oh, okay.
It's a bit more
Okay.
disposed.
Okay. Adetoro too is not here. Okay. So Henry, do you like going out?
It's relative.
Relative. Okay. Just in case you want to go out, Get Glue is a good platform for you to find where to go out. I wanted to wind Hubert before, but he's not here. Okay. So social media and customer engagement. Ah, Adetoro too is not here. Why? Can someone call her? I
Her
can see
number
other
is
people. Is
her
there any
number
other
is
person that is not here?
her number
Okay, her
is
number is
off.
switched off.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
okay.
thinks it's by 10 o'clock.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Oh, sorry for using that word. I mean, that's sad. um, who else? Is there anybody that is not here? I think everyone is here, apart from people I just mentioned. Oh, Adetoro. There's you're okay, Daniel. I know Toby, Richard, Sunday, Bitamuno, Ebube. Is there another person that is not here apart from Adetoro that I'm not seeing? Ah, what did you say? Can someone repeat what Sunday just said?
Marvelous.
Marvelous. That's true.
No,
Oh, true. So Marvelous and Adetoro. Okay, okay. I'm really sorry. Okay, so let's continue. Um, Social media and customer engagement. So social media and customer engagement is a strategy that needs coming. Trying to just follow this. Okay, so engagement involves regular customer interactions, which is an ongoing activity. So, how often do you interact with your customer? What kind of posts do you put? Are customers interested in your post? Sorry about my backyard. Ah, are customers? Hope it's not disturbing. I don't know. Hope it's not disturbing you. Can you hear what I'm saying? Am I
Yes, ma'am.
clear? Okay. Okay. So it involves regular customer interactions, which is an ongoing activity. Then personal interaction, timely response to feedback, resolution of queries are effective ways of keeping customers engaged. So if you don't respond to your customers on time, how are we supposed to know? How are analysts supposed to know what exactly to analyze? So you are not responding to your customers. Customers are complaining. You are not responding. So you don't even know what exactly they want. You don't have a clear picture of what they want. So what am I going to analyze as a social media analyst? I have to be able to analyze what they are saying based on your engagement with them on the queries they have. So that's about customer engagement. Then importance of social media analytics. Okay, social media analytics is an effort to create, develop, and nurture brands using online social networks and social media to achieve growth. I've said that already. So branding in the life of social media is more about the people. So you are branding. When you are branding, it's about people. You want them people to be aware of your brand. You want your brand to be appealing, not gods. We're not talking about gods. You want your brand to be appealing to the people. So that is branding. And then you want to create a good omen around your brand. You know, you want people to love your brand and all of that. So that's something that social media analytics helps you to achieve based on this. It helps you get feedback and then helps you know what to do. Social media analytics is different from other analytics. It used to analyze the online activities of customers, customer sentiments. Sentiment is how do they feel about my company? Do they like it? Do they like this product? How do they feel about this particular product and all? That is sentiment. Their feelings about the product. That's a sentiment. So data used in this analysis is a result of web activity as well as social media usage. Customer analytics, marketing analytics, and operational analytics. There are other types of analytics that are commonly used. Okay, so deep understanding of social media analytics. Okay, so social media analytics uses some terms, and some of the terms are target audience. Target audience is like a specific group of people that you want to market a particular product to, or they are like a target market within the big huge market that you are particularly passing your marketing message to, the people that you are interested in. If you are selling stuff for back pains, you know that you are probably going to most likely want to target the older aged people, say people from 40 and above, because they're the ones that experience back pains the most. So that is target audience. You need to know your target audience to be able to properly analyze data. Now, if you're analyzing data and then Marvelous is here. Hi, Marvelous. Hello, Marvelous. Hello.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hello,
Did you
ma.
just get to hear? Hi. Why are you just joining? You didn't see the message on time, Abby?
Yes, I didn't. My data was off, so I just put on my data. So in fact, I was just about preparing for the 10 a.m. class when I saw that it was coming.
I'm so sorry. So it was impromptu. The message wasn't passed across on time, and I really apologize for that. I already asked that who is not here. They told me Marvelous and Editor. So I'm so sorry for the impromptu message. And then basically I've just been explaining about social media and its importance. So I didn't do any practical today. I'm not doing any practical today because of this whole thing. I'm just explaining social media as a whole. And then everything I'm saying is in your textbook. So just if you just move along, you would grasp all what I'm saying. So I really apologize, please.
No problem, ma. That's fine. Thank you, ma.
You're welcome. All right, so that's target audience. And then for example, now if there's a new iPhone, say iPhone X in town, or iPhone X not new, sorry, I don't know which one is the newest now. iPhone, what's the newest iPhone?
iPhone 11 Pro Max.
11 Pro Max. Okay, I was hearing something like iPhone 12. Maybe I was just maybe I was overhearing. On the way. Okay, so iPhone 12 is on the way, and I want to advertise iPhone 12 to a set of people. Now I'm a social media analyst, and then I want to be able to analyze your results from advertising iPhone 12. Now if the business person now goes ahead and then advertises iPhone 12 to people in secondary school, people within the ages of 10 to 16, and I analyze that data, the results from it is going to be very not useful to the business, like very not useful. You advertise stuff like that to people in like the university, all those children from rich homes and all, and then I'm sure some of you guys you understand what I'm saying, you are from homes like that, and also you are big boys and big girls and big men and big ladies, sorry. So like you are advertising this to secondary school students. It's not going to work. It is not going to work. So you have to be able to understand the target audience. Who are these people that we really want to buy these phones? People above 50 will probably not buy it. Some will, but they are not so many because they don't care about the quality of pictures they take. But youths in general, like us, we care about the quality of pictures we take. So you'll probably be very interested in buying it if you have the money. So you advertise to that set of people. So that is what is called target audience. And then desired actions. Okay, so what is the ultimate goal of doing social media campaigns? To increase revenue and increase profitability and get profitable results and all. And then so how do you convert your target audience to customers? That is your desired action. Your action is to take this target, you've advertised to a set of people, right? But then you want to convert these people into customers, customers that would bring revenue to the organization. That is the desired action. Now the content. So content is another term that is used. Social media experts and practitioners agree that content is paramount, meaning that content is very, very important. And then you can have content in various forms. You can have it in form of games. You can organize games that attract people to your platform. You can write articles. You can write like word for the day, something about using iPhone X. Tell them about how important it's going to be to them, how useful it's going to be for them, why they should get one, why it's better than the previous iPhone 11 Pro Max, and all of that. So that is content, and content has to be diverse. You cannot keep posting the same thing every day. They will get bored and run away. So your business, you have to understand, this business has to understand that before you play your role of social media analysis. And then content mechanics. Finally, so how original is your campaign? Are you saying what somebody has said? Is it something that they don't see everywhere? Is it something that you feel that they'll be interested in? All of these things is what you should check. You should be able to, and you should be able to integrate these from a variety of sources. So the success of your social media is not just on one platform, right? It is from every platform. So you gather this together, you put a good campaign, you gather this together and check all of this, check how they relate to one another. Are this content, like, are the results from this platform similar to the results from this platform? Is the results from this platform similar to the results from this platform? Why is it not similar? What makes it this way? And all of that is encompassed into content mechanics. So also content mechanics is knowing the platform to post the kind of content. So you don't go to Instagram, post something, and then go to Twitter, dump the same thing there. Go to LinkedIn, dump the same thing there. Go to everywhere, just be dumping the same thing. No, they have to have originality of campaign. Post contents that are LinkedIn preferred on LinkedIn. Well, for LinkedIn kind of people on LinkedIn. Post content that for Instagram kind of people on Twitter, on Instagram. Now, Twitter is a very, very friendly and open-minded place. You post things that make people want to comment on Twitter, make people want to laugh, or make people want to say, which people are these? I really want to follow them and all of that. So that's all about content mechanics. And then as an analyst, you need to understand all of this before working with any business. Identification and measurement of desired outcome can be achieved through the following: brand awareness. So identify the objective. So how do you measure your desired outcome and how do you identify it? Firstly, you need to identify the objective of the social media campaign. Why are you doing a social media campaign? You cannot just say you want to do a social media campaign and then you now measure it. It's going to be a mess because you are not going to get any valuable insights from your social media campaign. So how do you identify and measure it? Number one, you have to identify the objective of the social media campaign. And then some of the objectives of your social media campaign could be brand awareness, depending on the company, or depending on what they want. Some companies already have brand awareness, but they want to bring more revenue. So that means they want to understand their customer behavior. So there are different things, brand analysis, customer behavior analysis. That's how is the customer behaving, what does the customer like, what does the customer talk about most of the time. Prospective customer behavior analysis, customers that you are prospecting, customers that you feel that they can become your customers soon. What do they like? What can I do for them that will make them become my customers? Number of existing as well as prospective customers. Who are the people that I have and who are the people that I want? Financial analysis, how is my business doing? Is it viable? Is it something that would sell? Am I getting enough profit? That's financial analysis. Impact of social media on customers. How are the customers reacting to my social media? Is it bringing more customers? Is me being on social media bringing more customers? Is it doing that or is it not? Effectiveness of the social media marketing campaign. The campaigns I'm bringing to the table, how effective are they? Is this more effective than this? Should I focus more on Facebook than I should on Instagram and all of that? So those are some of the objectives of social media campaign. Number 2, identify and document social media activities. So all social media activities, you identify and document them. Identify the measurable social media activities. So you can have so many social media activities, but it is not everything you need to measure, or you should measure, or you can measure. So you have to identify the measurable social media activities. Then another thing you have to do is to identify the financial model. How is the company's financial model structured? What do they count as profits? What are their goals and all of that? Assign values to different activities. So in social media analysis, which is also like your text, and you're doing analysis on text, you have to be able to assign values. So if you have a kind of review, you have to be able to assign, okay, I'm assigning this the value of 2 to this kind of thing, because you can analyze text, okay, but you need to be able to, oh, Adetoro, I'm so sad. Hello, Adetoro. Hi.
Hi, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. You just woke up, Shay. Obviously, I can hear it in your voice. I'm so sorry. You just saw the message, right?
Yes, ma'am.
See, I apologize. So this is very impromptu. This should have been passed since yesterday, and I sincerely apologize. We didn't do any practical, so you're on the safe side. It is just understanding what social media is about, and why, as an analyst, you should understand how social media works, so that you'll be able to perform good social media analytics on the data of the business or organization. So that's what we've been talking about in general. And if you follow, you just understand basically the summary of what I've been saying. So there is no practical today. We're going to finish on time, and I'm sorry for the short notice in time. So I've asked of you already. So I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. Am I forgiven?
Yes, ma, you are. You are.
Okay.
Thank you, ma. I'll listen to the recording. I'm very grateful, ma. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you too. Okay. Estimate financial gains. Communicate with stakeholders. These are people within the organization. Who are stakeholders? Stakeholders are important people within the organization, like the CFO, the CEO, the people in charge of business, say the head of a particular unit and stuff like that. And people like that, they are not stuff. I like saying stuff like that. So people like that. So those are stakeholders. Then utilize collected data in other marketing campaigns. So the data you've collected, how can you analyze this data and use it in other marketing campaigns? How useful can it be when you're doing another campaign? Did you discover that they don't like this particular product? So when you are doing another campaign, you make another type of product you put another of your products in the limelight, so that they don't get pissed by this first product that you're always posting. So maybe from that product they can now start patronizing your other products and all. So you can use that to understand your marketing strategy better. So let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so the following techniques are commonly used in data analysis. Factor analysis. So it's a method to describe the variability. So these are some techniques used for data analysis. Okay, so we're just understanding some techniques here. And then factor analysis is a method used to describe variability among observed correlated variables in terms of a potentially low number of unobserved variables called factor. That is a lot of grammar. Let me explain what factor analysis is. So you are taking, you've plotted some values against one another. Okay, so you have checked you have checked A against B. You have seen the correlation pattern. I've taught us what correlation is. You want to see how well, maybe as A increases, B increases. You want to see whether as A increases, B decreases, or as A decreases, B increases. That is, you're checking correlation. You're checking how well correlated they are, or how well not correlated they are. So when you check correlated variables, okay, you now take these correlated variables and see them as a function of another third variable. like you do in scatter plot. You plot a variable against another. Then you now take one variable, another variable, and then check this against this plotted variable. So you see now maybe in scatter plot help you to see like that third variable now shows the size of your point. So you plot say a point 2 on the x-axis against a point 2 on the y-axis. Okay, it's a small point. But say your third variable z is now 3. The size of your point will be dependent on the third variable z. If you have another third variable z for another point, and your variable z is say 6, that means your points, the circle of your points, will be bigger than the first circle. So that is analyzing your correlated observed variables in terms of another variable, and that another variable is called factors. So that is factor analysis. Then cluster analysis, you are grouping a set of objects in such a way that the objects in the same group are more similar to each other. So you are grouping based on similarity. So the objects in this group, are they similar to one another? Yes, so you group them together. E.g., laptops, mobile phones, gadgets, you group them in the same, you put them in the same group. That is cluster analysis. So that's something you use in data analysis. Another thing is discriminant analysis, a statistical technique that is used in determining an object belonging to a particular classification on the basis of its characteristics. So you are wondering, discriminant analysis and cluster analysis, are they not both classification? Yes, they are. But then for discriminant analysis, you already have a particular group for these how will I put it now, for these similar groups. So for example, they already gave you a data, or maybe yes, they already gave you a data, and in that data you already have computers A, computer B, or let me just say computer A, computer B, computer C. Now you are going to be doing a 3 group, or will I call it a 3 group now? You're going to be doing a 3 group discriminant analysis. So you are going to, your discriminant analysis is going to be based on the number of categorical variables you have. And I've told us categorical variables, they're usually on the x-axis, okay? Categorical variables are variables that you can count, like months in a year. There are 12 months in a year. So you do a 12 group discriminant analysis on months in a year. So that's discriminant analysis. You already have these groups there already. So discriminant analysis is you are analyzing each of the groups. But cluster analysis, you just have all of the data together, and then you're now grouping based on similarity. So that's the difference between cluster and discriminant. Discriminant already has these groups available. Cluster, you are going to have to derive these groups based on the similarity of the data. Similarity could be maybe like the feature and all of that. Then conjoint analysis. It is survey based, okay? Let me see what is here. A multivariate analytical tool that jointly considers the effect of the attributes of a product or brand. Plenty grammar. Okay, so it's like it's survey based. You are you're using it, you use this in market research, okay? And then it helps you to determine how people value different attributes of a product. So how an individual values the attribute of this product. So it is survey based. Most of the time you conduct surveys to do conjoint analysis. So you conduct a survey and then you ask them that, do they like this part of the product? Yes, no, okay. Would they like to see the blue version of the red product? Yes or no? So you are checking the individual attributes of a product or a brand, and then you are doing like a multivariate analysis. So you are doing it based on different factors, maybe the color or the size and all of that. So that is conjoint analysis, and then it's usually survey based. Most of the time it's survey based. Okay, then multidimensional scaling. You are visualizing the level of similarity of individual cases of a data set. So you are checking, it's like you are checking how similar some of the points in your data set are, and how not similar some of them are. So you can do this on a visual. You can check the pairwise distance, maybe the distance between this point and this point on a visual. This can be done by plotting the points, and then you check how distant these 2 points are from one another. So maybe you have data set A and data set B. Data set A has height and weight, okay? Data set B has height and weight. So you plot data set A and you plot data set B, and you check how well similar data set A and B are. If they are very not similar, you see that data set A could be on one side of the chart, all the points of data set A could be on one side of the chart, and all the points of data set B could be at another side of the chart. But if they are very similar, you see them, you see the points almost intertwining, coming together. So you can, that is a multidimensional scaling. You are checking how similar individual cases of a data set are. So that is multidimensional scaling. So these are some of the techniques used in data analysis. Oh, 957. Okay. Okay. So associated. Okay.
Please, ma, can you throw more light on that multidimensional scaling again? I was a bit.
Okay. I wish I got a diagram. Okay. Let me see. There's no diagram here, but it's basically using charts. Okay. I'm coming. Okay, so let me share the screen. You can only see my slide screen, right? What can you see? Hello, which screen are you people seeing?
We're seeing the Google screen.
I can see your browser.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. So you can see my browser. Okay, so see, this is an example. I might not be able to expand, but you can zoom you hope you know that you can zoom your Microsoft Teams screen. So you can zoom that to see this. So look at this place. Now this is an example of multidimensional scaling. Okay, you are plotting some variables against, you are plotting this variable against this variable, and then you are trying to see that those are the bottom here. Yes.
I'm only seeing the presentation screen. I don't know.
Okay, no, let me share my entire screen. I shared only that. Let me share it. Let me share my entire screen. You should be able to see it now. Let me know if you can see it now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So firstly, let me explain this one. This is an example of multidimensional scaling. Now you plotted some values from a particular data set, and you plotted another values, but they are still coordinate 1 and coordinate 2. Now look at these red ones and the blue ones. You see that you can check the distances between each of them, and you can also see that they are very widely different from one another. Although we have this that is very close to here, but then generally they are not well, they are not, how will I put it now, they don't really relate with one another, because if they do, you probably be seeing some reds, this red probably inside of this blue somewhere. So this is a way to check multidimensional scaling. Another thing is you can also check it for words. So you plotted some words, and then you can see that sad, pitiful, lonely, they have like similar distances between one another, meaning that someone that is mournful is probably sad because the distance between them is really, really close. So you're checking pairwise distances between points. See, you see that someone that is bored is probably calm and all. Someone that is bored could be lonely because, but we have someone that is bored and calm being more, there's higher probability of someone that is bored to be calm than for someone that is bored to be lonely because of the pairwise distance. So this is multidimensional scaling. You are plotting values, but you are checking their pairwise distances, the distance between the points, to be able to see how well correlated the values are with one another. Do you understand now? Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that's multidimensional scaling. Let me come back here. Okay, so these are just some terms used in data analysis. So associated techniques used in social media analytics. We have social media listening, social media scoring, and social media modeling. Social media listening, you are monitoring data on different channels, okay? You are trying to understand the data on Instagram and data on Facebook and data on Twitter at the same time. And what is the objective of doing this? You are trying to understand the feedback of customers on a specific product, brand, or service. So you want to understand the feedback of customers, and then you are not just using one social media platform to determine that. You are listening on all social media platforms. And then listening in a way helps you to provide better products to your customers and services, because you understand what customers are saying across different channels. So that's the social media listening. Then social media scoring, you are assigning values and numeric values to social media activities to examine outcomes. So maybe positive reviews 1, negative, or maybe positive reviews 2, negative reviews 1, or something, or maybe semi-negative reviews 1.5. So you can use it to analyze the kind of reviews you get. So that is scoring. And then there's social media modeling. You're developing statistical models that you can use to predict the impact of social media activity. So you're developing a model that you can use to predict predict the outcome of your social media activity. So if I do something like this, what will probably be my outcome? What will probably be what customers will say, and all of that. So that's developing models. So this can also be used in business. In business, you would be able to say that, okay, based on this, if I use this kind of approach, then I'll probably be able to get this kind of results. So that is modeling. You want to know more modeling is you are developing models based on some historical values. So over time, you discover that when you post things about this particular product, this is what customers say. So based on that, if I post this is what customers are going to say. So that is modeling. So social media analytical tools. There are several types of social media analytical tools. Before selecting an analytical tool, an organization should make sure that the tool should meet business challenges, be based on a strong data process, provide insights, provide guidance to track results, and be innovative. Of course, you have to develop a social media tool that can do all of this. A social media tool that will not provide insights for you should not be a social media tool. So before you choose your social media tool, be sure that it provides kind of results that you need to get. Online social media analytics tools, we have several of them. Back to it, Facebook Insights, Google Alert, and all. We also have these for paid analytical tools. Those are some of them. You can check them up. Bottlenose, Alterian / or SDL, Blitz Metrics, and all and all. Desktop application for social media analytics. So we have some desktop applications too that you can use for social media analytics. They are here. You can check them up if you want to know more about social media analytics. These are some of the desktop applications you can use for social media analytics. Just like you can use Power BI, Tableau for social media and for analytics on your desktop. You can use these two on your desktop to analyze social media. They are all in your textbook. So let's not dwell too much on that. So introduction to text mining. So text mining is a set of techniques that is used for processing text, okay? And you know that the most commonly uploaded form of content on social media is text. So you have to be able to understand text mining very well, because social media uses text, so text mining is very important. So text mining is you are processing your text data, like the what people are writing on social media. You are processing it in large quantities. So there are a lot of them. You're processing them in large quantities, and you're processing them in form of computer files. So that is text mining. And then one thing it helps you to do is it helps you to identify patterns, trends, and all of that. And then you can also use this for decision making. So text mining is automatic. It's a process where you extract your text automatically. You extract the text automatically. You don't go there and start copying them. It extracts your text for you automatically, and then performs analysis for you, and then gives you a decision based on your analysis. So that is text mining. And then you can summarize text mining as lexicometry plus data mining. So what is lexicometry? So lexicometry is I got a very simple definition. Okay, so yes, measuring the frequency of words in textual data. So how often is a particular kind of word occurring in your data? That is lexicometry. Data mining, you are getting this data, you are developing patterns from this data and all of that. That is data mining. But lexicometry is checking how often your words occur in your data set. Um, okay, I think my network is back. My network was telling me something, so I wanted to be sure. So like metric plus data mining, yeah, like I said, data mining, you are checking your huge data, you are checking patterns in it, you are checking all of that, and then you are trying to derive information. That's data mining. So that is basically what text mining is. And then the process starts with information retrieval. So passing large amounts of okay, information retrieval. Let me just say, information retrieval is you are collecting and identifying textual material. So you are collecting textual material, collecting documents, database, information from website, and all of that. That is information retrieval. You are getting the information. You are retrieving the information from a particular source. That is information retrieval. So that's what the process of text mining starts with. And then there are other things too you can do, linguistic analysis, that is analyzing different languages and all of that. Then after this, sentiment analysis is now performed on the data to understand how the customers feel about a product or a service. So that is sentiment analysis, which we are going to explain soon. So document collection, document matcher, retrieve documents. So you retrieve document, you collect the documents. There are some documents that you retrieve, and you also query your documents, and then you get the documents matcher. This is what helps you with your text mining. So you develop patterns and then things that are similar in your data, and that is what helps you derive insight from your data. So statistical analysis like R and word count helps you to access overall review. Word count in Hadoop for huge organizations that use Hadoop. So that's what text mining is about. Okay, and then text mining usually helps you to identify the buying behavior of your customers. How are the customers what are the customers buying patterns? How do they oh wow, I actually just zoomed it, which makes it look very much better. Oh wow, okay. So how do they buy? When do they buy? What are they saying about the products and things like that? So that is text mining. Um, the following are some applications of text mining. Competitive intelligence. So competitive intelligence is you are trying to understand the strengths and weakness of your customer. How you're trying to check these facts so that you'll be able to understand decision making. So what does the customer like? What don't they like? And how can I improve what they like? So that's strategic decision making. Decision making based on something that you understood from your text data. So that is competitive intelligence. That's one of the applications of text mining. Then community leveraging. You know, sometimes you want to understand the community as a whole, like information within the community, what is going on in the community as at now. And this information can really go a long way in helping you with your business marketing strategy. For example, you know that a particular kind of thing is already sold by virtually everyone in the community. Okay, you've understood this data, you've analyzed this community data. Then you know that you probably have to look for something unique about your own product that is similar to all of their own. Then get something unique about it and then sell it. That could help you. But if you do not know, if you do not understand the interaction within your community, then you probably just get the same thing that everybody's getting, and then you never sell because everybody's selling the same thing and they already have their customers. So that is community leveraging. So that's something text mining can help you with. It also helps in law enforcement. Okay, so now government intelligence uses this. They want to understand what people are saying. They want to see who people are talking about the most. For example, I'm going for a particular political post. I want to know what people are saying about me. I could mine text data to be able to understand that, oh, it's as if I'm the one leading the conversations across platforms. That's something that could help for life sciences, for for the political aspect of it. So I just diverse a little. But back to law enforcement, government also uses it. They use it in they use it in government intelligence, and then they they also use this to counter anti-terrorist activity. So they can see if some terrorists are about to start something. The terrorists could be talking about it. If you see, most of the time terrorists talk about these things on social media. You see different kind of things happening to people on social media. So based on this, you could understand from their text, you could be able to deduce some information from their text based on maybe location and all of those things, and then use this to be able to counter their activities. Then life scientists, pharmaceutical giants use text mining in research and development on drugs. So they want to see research that has gone on that has been published, or research papers that have been published on a particular product, or in a particular product they probably want to use in their drug. So instead of reading thousands of research articles, they could just mine data from different blogs that are related to pharmacists or blogs related to drugs. And then from mining this data, they can easily understand that, oh, it's as if this product is used well, or this product is good enough for this new drug I want to produce. So that is about sciences. So what is text mining? Basically, you're extracting keywords, you're classifying them, and then you're identifying patterns to be able to know the next steps to take. So that's text mining in general. And those are some of the applications of text mining. These are some of the softwares used in text mining. IBM SPSS is very widely used. Autonomy is very widely used, and there are some other ones like Aerotext, Angos, very familiar. Clara Bridge, IBM Languageware, and so on. So these are some of the software used for text mining. Some other software that are used are these. If you are really interested in text mining, you can check them up. Very useful, Authenticity. For example, it helps to extract who, what, where, when, and why fact. So where it sees something like what, it extracts that fact, which is very awesome, because these words are very, very key words. Why? It extracts things that have to do with why. So probably there's something that has to do with why did this behave like this, or why did this act like this. It extracts facts from this data and then drills it down to people. So it sees if it helps you even see if they're talking about a person, or they're talking about a place or an event, and all of that, and helps you see how they are related. Crossminder helps with, very useful. Crossminder helps with cross-lingual text analytics. So you have a data that is not in English, and then you want to understand what they are saying, or I mean, you have a text or a blog that is not in English, and you know that person is talking about that that product that you're interested in knowing about. You could use this to analyze the text data. So it helps you to analyze cross-lingual text, text that you probably don't know the language it's written in, and so on and so forth. So we have all these softwares for text mining. So sentiment analysis, I've partially, in a way, talked about sentiment analysis, but very briefly, I'll talk about it again. And sentiment analysis is probably the last thing. Yeah, it's the last thing we'll do today before we call it a day. So sentiment analysis is very important in text mining, and then it is, another word for it is opinion mining. So it is the study of people's opinion. How do people feel about my product? Are they appraising my product? Are they saying good things about it? Is their attitude towards my product positive? Do they have negative feelings about it? That is just what sentiment analysis is, in summary. And then the types of sentiments that are analyzed in sentiment analysis, we have facts and opinions. So facts are straight to the point. These are some of the statements analyzed straight to the point. Product X is better than product Y. That is facts. So that's something that sentiment analysis helps you to analyze. Then opinions. I don't like X. I feel that Y is better. So this kind of I feel now, your sentiment analysis is very, very useful here, because it sees that, okay, you don't like X, I feel that Y is better. So it means that there is something about X that the person probably doesn't like. Okay, so why does the person feel Y is better? Then this is something that sentiment analysis helps you to bring out without you having to read all of this from a huge text. So these are some of the sentences that types of sentences that sentiment analysis helps you to analyze. And then the process of sentiment analysis makes use of linguistics, various digital technologies, text analytical tools, artificial intelligence, natural language processing to identify patterns in data. Natural language processing, you're processing natural language. Say, I just wrote a normal statement that anybody would write, okay? So it's processing, it could process that for me. Then artificial intelligence, you are performing analysis based on intelligence. Some systems have understood how this okay, so you have some systems that already have this knowledge. Artificial intelligence is like computers working like human beings, okay? It's not like our natural intelligence, like humans brain. It is a computer that now works like a brain, but then it can easily say that from this type of statement, since I'm seeing I'm seeing negative words, I can easily say that this statement is a bad statement. So this is a bad sentiment. So that's artificial intelligence. And we all know artificial intelligence. We've heard about it at one point or the other. Then text analysis tools, tools that help you analyze text, which I've talked about, various digital technologies, linguistics, language, different kinds of languages. So this is what the process of sentiment analysis makes use of. And then methods used in sentiment analysis. What are tags using part of speech tagging? So part of speech tagging, like verb, noun, adjective, and all of that. So if there's an adjective that precedes a noun, so you say beautiful lady. Now, beautiful is in the class of positive, right? Beautiful is not a negative word. So beautiful is a positive word, and then it is an adjective. So sentiment analysis would tag the adjective beautiful as positive, and then use this in analysis. So that is part of speech tagging. Then define patterns are extracted to look out for sentiment orientation of the patterns and all. So that is what sentiment analysis is basically about. Parameters used in sentiment analysis. The process of sentiment analysis involves classification of a given text on the basis of the following parameters. So these are some of the parameters used in classifying a given text. So polarity can be positive, negative, or neutral. So if I use a word that is negative, say the product is bad. The bad in the statement already tells me that that person is saying a bad thing about my product. So the polarity of your sentiment analysis can be either positive, negative, or neutral. Neutral can be well-created products. Oh, I'm looking for something very neutral that is not negative or positive. If you have an example, tell me. So this sentiment analysis helps you to classify your reviews based on positive, negative, and neutral. Then emotional states can be sad, angry, or happy. So based on what the customer is saying, something like, yay, I'm so excited about my product. That's a happy state. Sad, there could be sad and there could be angry. Then scaling system or numeric values. So you can assign values to some particular kind of words. So if you have this kind of words in your sentence, then this is the value that will be assigned to it. And then your analysis can be performed using numerical values. Then objectivity or subjectivity. That is how will I explain objectivity now? How objective, what is the objective of that particular statement? Is the person trying to draw attention? What is the reason for putting that kind of statement down? That's the objectivity of your statement, then of the statement. Then there's features based on key entities such as durability of the furniture, screen size of the cell phone, or lens of the camera. So you can analyze based on features. So they could put like the length of something and say something about the length of the product. That is a feature of the product. So sorry, I'm a bit distracted. Someone just sent me an email. Okay. Give me a minute, please. Okay. So features based on key entities such as durability of the furniture. So what are the key entities? Maybe durability of the furniture, how wide is the furniture, it's too small, and things like that. Those are features. So these are some of the parameters used in sentiment analysis. Objectivity. Okay, like I explained, what is the person saying about the product? How is the person talking about the product? What is the person's judgment on the product or something like that? So that is the objectivity of the product or objectivity of the statement. So you're trying to check the person's feelings from the kind of statement the person puts down, and then you can check this based on the parts of speech. Like I already said, you can use the parts of speech to check this. You can use maybe the noun or the verb or the adjective, and to be able to, you can use this to be able to determine that, okay, based on this kind of adjective, this person is saying a negative thing about my product and all. Scaling system on numerical values, I already explained that. So that is just about parameters used in sentiment analysis. Online sentiment analysis. Various online tools are able to interpret customer sentiment effectively, and these are some of them. So we'll not go into details, but then these are some of them. For example, Topsy helps you to measure the success of a website on Twitter. So to know how well your website is performing, Topsy helps you to do that, and it does it on Twitter for you. Then we have TweetBeep. TweetBeep is like for tweets, just like for Twitter, just like Google Analytics is for Google. So that's TweetBeep, and so many other ones. So those are some of the tools for sentiment analysis. Okay, so let's see slide 3. So interpretation of R on Twitter sentiment analysis. Interpretation of Twitter sentiment analysis on R. So this is what we're going to be doing next week. Twitter sentiment analysis on R. We're going to follow through with this process and do this. Then, if there's still time, we would also go into the lab work. You can try this out on your own if you want, but then I said next week. I mean next class. So we're going to be doing this next class, and yeah, that will be all for today. So this is basically what we're going to be doing next class. That is what is in this slide. So we'll just be doing it from your textbook. So if, make sure to have your textbook with you on Wednesday. So we'll be doing this together next week on Wednesday. Why did I keep saying next week? We'll be doing this together on Wednesday. Then we'll also be doing, if we can, we'll be doing the lab work if there's still time. If there's no time, you go and do the lab work on your own as an assignment. So let me know if you have any questions, if you understood what I said, if you have any comments or contributions. I really appreciate it. I still have some minutes. If there's no question, then just say something. Like say anything, contribution.
Thank you so much for the class, because I've been anticipating for this part of the class since.
Okay, you're welcome. That's great to hear. But since you've been anticipating, did I try my best in doing justice to the ones I explained today about social media analytics?
Yes, ma'am.
You understood most of what I explained, right?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I've been trying the lab, the book. Actually, I've been trying the one inside the textbook. Actually.
Okay, the social media analytics.
Yes.
So how far did you go with it?
I was able to get some tweets. Like I was trying it on the BBN Niger, searching for on teaching actually.
Oh, nice. Well done. Great job. Okay, that's a very positive feedback. So we're doing the practical on Wednesday. That's why I really want us to do the practical. I don't want us to just keep it. See, the time is almost 10:30. So even if we started it today, we'll probably not finish. But aside that, I really have to go soon. Okay. Any other comments, contributions? You've been working on something, you want to tell me something. I talk too fast and you don't like it. I did something that annoyed you, like making you come to the class by 9 a.m. I'm closing by about 10:30. Just talk. Just say something. Any contributions? Nothing. I'll call names then. That's fine. There's no wahala. I'll start from the first person. I'm going to call everybody. Adetoro, hi.
Hi, ma.
Okay. So you just joined the class, but from the time you joined the class, were you able to gain something?
Sure. Yes,
Okay.
I was.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you, ma.
You're welcome. Is Hubert here now? Hubert, are you here now? Hubert just put he just came online and ran away. Wow, that's so sad. Why did he do that? Ebube, I think Ebube asked me a question. So that should was following. Okay, hi Ebube. So were you able to understand something about social media analytics from today's class?
Yes. Was
Okay,
well
that's good to know.
explanatory.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Okay, you're welcome. I was almost calling Emmanuel. Harry. Henry. Hi, Henry.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay. Good morning. No. Were you able to understand something from today's class?
Yes, to some
Okay.
extent, I just need to go back to my textbook
Your textbook.
and
Okay.
wait for the practical classes. Well, all in all, it was
Okay.
good.
Okay. Thank you very much for the feedback. I don't know why you wait for me to call your names before you give me this feedback. I feel like I'm forcing you to give me positive feedback or negative feedback. I don't know
No,
why people do that.
I just feel it's, I don't know. I don't know. It's not so necessary. If there was anything bad wanted to relate to you, I think we would have related it to you.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
think we're feeling different about it. The classes are very okay.
Okay.
For me, I'm not speaking for
I
others.
think I would like to speak on behalf of the class, ma.
Okay.
That we all
Thank
love
you.
you actually. Like we really
Oh,
do. We love
okay.
you. We usually anticipate your class and all.
you.
Anytime we are not around, you're always sad. But then we all love you.
Oh wow.
I'm blushing on your behalf.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. So should I just stop? Because I think everybody has spoken already. Maybe I should not continue. I should not call the many people, but let me still call. I still want to call some people still. But thank you so much for the positive feedback. I really appreciate. I know that sometimes we actually rush some of the classes because of time. We rush them, and I agree to that completely. If there was so much of time, maybe I would have had time to explain every single thing, but there are sometimes that you cannot just explain every single thing. Okay, but the fact that the little I'm trying to explain, you get at least 80% or 70% of it is good, and I'm glad, and I really appreciate everyone. Almost everybody comes to class all the time, which is very impressive. So thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate. But I'll still call people. I will not agree. If it's if I'm not used to talk before, all of a sudden she stopped talking to me. Maybe I offended her. Good morning, no. If it's what did I do? What did I do?
Nothing, no, not.
Okay. Did you understand what I explained today?
Yes, yes, I understood.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Daniel. Daniel did not lambast me with questions today because it's just talk. It's very practical. Daniel is to ask me questions and also even teach yourself. Daniel, are you there? Daniel is not there.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
here.
Oh, okay.
I'm here actually.
So, okay. So, what do you have to say?
No, I'm being a bit quiet. My head is getting full already. That's why.
Your head is always
So
getting full.
that's why.
Okay.
But I actually enjoyed the class. I'm looking forward to the practical because
Okay.
I've done a bit of text analysis before,
Okay.
not text mining though, just text analysis. So
Okay.
I'm looking forward to doing the text mining itself.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you very much. At least I've learned a lot more this morning. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you too. Thank you too. All right. Marvelous. Hi.
Hi, ma.
Okay. What do you have to say? Oh, I know you
Well,
joined late. Yeah, but from the
yes,
short time that you joined, were you able to gain one or two things?
yes, I did actually. I'm quite excited about the text mining part, and
Oh,
like what I
awesome.
said, looking forward to the practical. And I must say that, just like Adetoro said, your classes
Yeah.
have been awesome, sincerely, and you have this way of speaking to the soul, and I must commend you for
Oh
that.
my God.
Thank you very much.
Oh wow. Thank you. Adetora, I'll blow you from my screen. Thank you, marvelous. Okay, thank you so much. Toby, Oluwa Toby. Hello,
Yes,
Oluwa
ma'am.
Toby. Okay, hi. Well, have I? Okay, I think I remember speaking to you one time. So, how far did you gain something from the class?
Yes, I actually did.
Okay, okay. All right, that's good to know. Please talk more often, no. Is editor that is always disturbing the class. Try to disturb
Oh,
sometimes, just like sometime. Small.
oh,
Small, not like Adetoro. Adetoro is so much. I don't like our own. Just take like
okay,
20%.
okay then. No problem, no problem.
Thank you so much. Um, Richard. Hi, Richard.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay, good morning. Were you able to gain something from the class?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, okay, all
The
right.
things in data mining, so I actually enjoy it. And I look forward to how you can implement marketing campaign and sales
Okay,
analysis.
okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for the comments. And we'll also try to work on the practical. So from there, we will learn more. Sunday, I think Sunday, oh, no, Sunday has not spoken today. Sunday was the one telling me I should not blast his head the other day. I remember. I used to remember people very well. I like it. Sunday, hi, Sunday. Did I blast your head today? Sunday.
Sunday was when I gave the first comment.
Yeah,
I
I
used
was
to